Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this episode, I will show you how to do the if function, how to use if function to do the logical test. It is almost exactly the same as that happens in the Excel. So if you have some experience on Excel, that could be much easier for you to learn it. Okay, let's start from the first part for the simple logical test. If the movie got the award, we call it a winner. If didn't got the if it didn't got the award, we call it loser. Okay, then we can slice the data by the award wins to the winner or loser. Okay, let's try that. Okay, award award or not. Okay, if the movie got award wins, not no award wins 0, then we call it a loser. Okay, otherwise we call it a winner. Okay, it's very easy. Let's do a quick sense check for the data. The winner means the movies got the award. Okay, that's no problem. If that's losers, that should be the 0 here. Okay, what we can achieve by the visualization. Okay, let's try by the bar chart, easiest way to do that. Then we put the title to the values as a count to count the total number of the titles of the movies. Then we can show how many movies got the award. Okay, let's try this. Okay, we found that nearly 79% of the movies didn't got the award. They are losers. Just nearly 22% got the award. Okay, that's quite simple, sure. The next part, I will do a little bit further to do the calculations with the if function. That means, for example, we have the we already got the data of the revenue. That's the box office for the for each movie. Then, if the movie has the so-called box office larger than 100 million, then we call it uh, then we levy the tax of 20% on it. Otherwise, we just levy the tax on 10%. Okay, let's try that. Okay, we call it tax on revenue. Okay, just if the revenue is bigger than 100 million, okay, then we got tax on the revenue. That should be 20%. Please remember here, 20% in Excel. You can put 20% directed in Excel, but in Power BI DEX, you have to use the 0.2, okay, instead. Revenue 10%, 0.1. Okay, that's for sure. Okay, we already put the biggest figure of this column at the first, so that's far more, it's much bigger than the 100 million. So you find that 20% has been multiplied. If we use the relatively small figure, okay, remove the blank. Okay, we found that that should be 10%. That's also no problem. Okay, let's move a little bit further to the next part. It's called tax on profit. If we want to tax on profit, how to do that? Profit means revenue minus the cost. So we need to use revenue minus cost as the whole part. Okay, that's methodology exactly the same. Okay, let's do the tax on profit. Okay, if okay, because we need to use the revenue minus the cost, we need to use this part as the whole part. So we always use the bracket to put that into it as the whole part. Okay, if this part is bigger than 100 million, okay, then we levy the tax on this part. Okay, let's copy it as the 20%, still 0.2%, 0.2. Otherwise, we got tax for the 0.1. That means 10%. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's done. Let's use the Shift plus Enter to make it easy to understand. Okay. Okay, the meaning is if the revenue minus the cost, if the revenue minus the cost, that means the profit. If the profit is bigger than 100 million, then we levy the tax on profit by 20% minus multiplies by 0.2%, 0.2, and otherwise we just levy the tax 10% minus multiplies by 0.1. Okay, that's very easy. Okay, so sometimes we need to slice the data by more indicators. How can we cope with that? In that scenario, we have to use the called nesting expression in the if function called nesting if. Okay, let's try to do that further. Okay, let's do the award analysis. Award assessment. Okay, we call it. If the movie never got the nomination generally is the precondition for the award. So if the nominations is 0, means 0, then we call it a no nomination. If the award wins is 0, that means a no award. We call it still call it a loser. Otherwise, we call it a winner. Okay, let's do the sense check quickly. Clear all the filters. Okay, then we can choose the no nomination. The nomination part should be 0. Okay, that's for sure. And if that is a loser, that means got nomination, but award wins part is 0. Okay, and if the winner, that means the movie got both nominations and award. Okay, that's for sure, no problem. We still can do a little bit more further, okay? And we can slice the award data this, with more details, okay? Let's try to do the last part. Okay, we call it a winners analysis. If the still from the nominations, because nomination is the precondition. If the nominations is 0, we still call it a no nomination. Okay. If the movie's performance was pretty good and got the award wins more than 10 times, if award wins more than 10 times, then we call it a top star. Okay. If the movie got the award more than 5 times, award wins more than 5 times, then we call it a superstar. Superstars. If the movie just got the Oscar wins big than more than or equal 1 time, we call it a stars. Otherwise, we call it a loser. Okay. Okay, let's do the last sense check. Clear all the filters. Okay, if there is no nominations, that means no nominations. Okay, nomination data should be 0. That's for sure. If the movie got the nomination and also belongs to the category of a top star, okay, what does it mean? With nominations and also award times more than 10 times. Okay, if that is a superstar, then should be in the category of the film with of the win or award wins more than 5 times, but less or equal as 10 times. Okay, the stars means got award more than 1 time. Okay, equal or more 1 time. Okay. Okay, losers means got nominations, but there is no award. Okay, that's for sure, no problem. Let's do the visualization to show that result. Okay, let's use the donor chart. Okay, to show the winners analysis legend and title. Okay, then we can find that the losers is the biggest part. Okay, losers is the no nominations is the biggest part. Sorry, no nominations is the biggest part, and then the losers the second largest part. Then the stars, the superstars, top stars. That's definitely can meet our expectation, and it's very logical. Okay, that's the all of this session. Thank you very much for your time. See you next session. Okay, bye.